guys, it's me, and this is a study of the Wheel of Time with the Rain Serpents. I hope you guys enjoy this episode, and please read the books. Read the books with me, and then let's talk about it. Guys, we're back. This is chapter 7. The heat and the heat and the heat and the heat. Oh my god. Chapter 7. More than chapter 5 shit just happening. And I am so happy to be able to explore certain goodies with you. So, alright. The last chapter where we left off on chapter 6, Rand was plodding through the woods of the forest, trying to get to Emond's field so that he could get help for his father who was dying. Right? He died. So, we begin the chapter. Morning is breaking. He has finally made it to Emond's field, and something is wrong. He thought that this would be his place of refuge and survival. But when it says he gets there and he looks around and he sees the Trollocs did not only hit his father's farm, but it also hit Emond's field. They also hit Emond's field. The entire place is in disrepair. Some houses are standing, some aren't. Some houses are trashed. They have their scorch marks all over our buildings in the town. There's like people who have put like rubble and like the personal belongings that they were able to rescue from the houses onto the streets. It is complete pandemonium. So the first person that he meets is Harold Luan, and that is the blacksmith. The blacksmith goes with him. He takes the back of the wheelbarrow immediately as he sees Rand, and he says, okay, we're gonna get Sam to Nynaeve, because obviously he's ill. He's not responding anymore. He was mumbling before. Remember in the last chapter he was mumbling a lot of things, mumbling that Rand wasn't his son. But yeah, so Harold takes the wheelbarrow and they head to Nynaeve. I forgot where they said she was. Alright. Yeah, I don't have a specific name. But they head to Nynaeve. Egwene is with her. Remember, Egwene is Nynaeve's assistant. She is the Wisdom's apprentice. And they get to Nynaeve. Nynaeve checks Tam. She goes him over. She cannot help him. She turns to Rand and says, I cannot help him. And Rand is like, he's going to die. He's dying. And she's like, I know, Rand. And if it is, I could have done something. Don't you think I would have done it? I can't do anything for him. But there are people out there who I can't help and who need me. I have to go. So she leaves. Egwene hugs Rand and she hugs him tight and she wants to stay and she wants to comfort him. But Nynaeve needs her, so she leaves as well. Right. Okay. So Rand is like, things are coming down. His walls are crumbling whole night. All this, like he's telling himself he's been up for an entire, the entire day, for an entire length of a day, just plodding through the woods on fear and determination alone. I have to get my father to this place. Once it is I get him to Nynaeve, then everything will be okay, but it's not. Nynaeve is saying that she can't help. So he's telling himself, alright, Rand decides, hey, if it is I go to the mayor, he will know what to do. He always knows what to do. So they take up the wheelbarrow, they go by the mayor, they go to the wine spring inn. There's the mayor there and there's Tom Merlin, the gleeman, right? So he's talking to the mayor and he's saying, is there anything that we could do? And the mayor as well, of course, he says, well, Nynaeve will be able to fix it. And then Rand explains to him that he has already been to Nynaeve. And when it says he says that, Mayor's face falls because Nynaeve is who they're depending on. If it is Nynaeve says she can't fix it. So he's telling him that we'll figure out something. But so Rand rounds on Tom and he's like, is there anything that you can think of? And weirdly, Tom mentions the fang. Right. So Tom mentions the dragon fang on the door of the Wine Spring Inn. So like everybody finds that a weird thing to mention and isn't really relevant right now. What does that have to do with curing Tam, right? So like Rand kind of rushes straight past it. It's revealed a little later on what Tom was doing. So them talking about the dragon fang, it leads them to talking about the couplings were the ones who probably did it. Remember, the conquerors and the couplings are the ones in Emond's field who are just like the people who you expect to do crap. Like, they are the ones who are just disgruntled. They're not happy people, and they're always trying to cause problems, right? So he was saying that the Congers and the Couplings, they were trying to rout Moraine and Lan out of the inn because of what they had done last night. So that Ran is like, what did they do? Moraine is an Aes Sedai. Moraine, and this is why I didn't like her. I couldn't tell you guys before, but I could tell all you now. I don't like she because she's an Aes Sedai. And this is not me having anything against Aes Sedai. Remember, it is all the time. Back before, I was saying that that people believe that Aes Sedai are evil, and people believe that the Dragon Reborn is evil, but they are not evil people. I do not like Aes Sedai because they are very manipulative. It is like it's like an infestation. All of them have it. They have a manipulation in them. And Moraine may be one of the best Aes Sedais, but she is still, it is in her bones, it is in her blood. Lan is her water. My freaking man, Lan is her water. Her water for an Aes Sedai is like a physical protector. Aes Sedai could use the one power, but they're not actually physically strong. So what a water does is that they go into battle and they battle with swords, while Aes Sedai battle with the one power. And Aes Sedai is, water is supposed to protect them, and they're supposed to share a bond that is supposed to make water stronger, more capable, give them not certain better fighting skills, better healing, better responses to like shadow spawn or whatnot and whatnot. Guys, so much knowledge. It is intricate. These books are so lovely. Anyways, back here. So right, Congers and the Couplings, they wanted to rout Moraine out and Lan out because of what they did last night. Last night when it is the Trolloc strike, they had to do something. Lan was, okay, so he was spinning all over the place. Lan was in his element because Lan is the Dan in the van. I know that didn't make sense, but he is man. He could fight. He could real fight. And Moraine was calling down lightning from the heavens because she freaking bad. She bad. I don't like she, but she bad. Right? So, all of that, Tom was trying to instigate all of that to say she's an Aes Sedai. An Aes Sedai could actually heal people, where it is like normal remedies have reached their limits. Aes Sedai could use the one true source and heal people, depending on their abilities to maybe be able to do it or whatnot. But then both of them warning Aes Sedai. What it is they know of the stories, Aes Sedai are people who are treacherous, firstly, and I wouldn't put it past them. As I said, they are very manipulative. I can't stand this. But then they are, remember, they also believe that they are evil, and they ask for certain, it's a lot. But just to say plainly, they duplicitous, which is not wrong. Anyways, Baran is like, if it is as the price I have to pay, I am willing to pay. This is my father, and he is not dying. I am not going to watch him die. Guys, that's love. That is love. And I love their love. Anyways, so he's like, okay, where is she? And I think the mayor tells him where they are. And Ran goes to Moraine and Lan. While it is he's going there, he's seeing people moving the bodies of Trollocs and trying to burn them. It's crazy, but people doing what they have to do. That's another thing I need to tell you about Two Rivers people. In the Two Rivers, there's one thing that they have, and that is determination and perseverance. If it is like this horrible thing happens to us, like really, really horrible, we're going to roll up our socks and say, hey, okay, it happened. What are we going to do next? What is the next step? What do we need to do? How are we going to fix this? That is Two Rivers. They have that mentality, all of them. That's why it's one of the traits of Ran, even, that he keep on going next step. Where can I go to get what it is I need to help Tam, right? So So, right, Rand is walking through the rubble of Emond'sfield, and he is seeing that people are, even though all of this destruction happened, even though the Trelloc scheme, people are still out there, still doing stuff. We have to do things, you have to live. We have to do what it is we have to do, and in a lot of other places, that is not how it is. Like, people would respond to a problem. So, like, 2 rivers people much freaking props. If it is, because, like, okay, so there was a question on this, one of the Wheeler times I said, I like that. Emond, and they were asking if it is you could be of any people, who would you be of? And at first I said Aiel, but second is definitely 2 rivers. It's just strength, like that mental strength. If it anyways, guys, so he gets to Moraine on land, and he's scared because remember, it says he has all of these stories in his head of what it is Aes Sedai are. They're supposed to be evil people, they're supposed to be duplicitous, as I said, deceptive, manipulative. Yes, and they are that. If not evil. Moraine is not evil. She's not evil. So he gets to her and he's like, I will do anything. I will do anything. I will pay any price that is within my power. I need you to heal him. And Moraine says, and listen to what she says, her response is that we will talk about prices later. If there are any, I will do what I can. Dale is like, I said, I like to like wind up the words, but it always have a double meaning, and they are always going to guess what it is they want out of the situation. I couldn't stand Moraine. I could not stand her. Just a second. So Rand meets up with Moraine on land, and he hears Land talking to Moraine, and he says Cobal. It is seemingly that's like a faction of the Trollocs, and we haven't seen this many faction of Trollocs working together since the Trolloc Wars, which was years and years and years and years ago. So Moraine is telling him this is not good news. We should be worried about this. Maybe something is going on here. Anyways, Rand goes to her, as I said, and he tells her whatever the cost is, I will pay it. And she says to him, listen, my apologies. Right, we speak of prices later or whatever, and she says, lead me to your father. Right, so she's going with him, right? She takes her staff and she and Lan are going with him, but her pace is slow. And I have to tell you that the one true source is like this. The longer it is you channel it, the longer period of time that you channel it for, the more exhausted that the channeler is going to be. Moraine has been channeling the one power since last night into this morning, just like Rand. I don't think she got any sleep. She been about that life, destroying people, trying to heal people, doing what it is she can to make sure that people don't die, because some people have died already. Yeah. So then, yes, so Rand is telling her, can you move a bit faster? He is dying. And remember, I told you that a warder is a protector. So when it is Rand says that, Lan gets upset. He's like, hey, calm yourself. We don't even know if it is you with this. You have no idea how tired it is she is right now. So just back a little bit. And Moraine is kind of like, it's okay, Lan, if it, like, he's just worried about his people, and we're just going to do our best. And we end chapter 7 there. I loved this chapter because I feel like it was just peace. Like things were happening and happening and happening and happening. We found our Aes Sedai, we found our water. The Trollocs attacked Emond'sfield as well as that other farm. Now it is we're finding out that so many factions of the Trollocs are working together. So it's just like things happening. Alright, and I will get back to you guys with chapter 8. Please continue to read with me, and please let's talk, because why not? This is just so good.